morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. Thank you very much for being here with us. Welcome to the last, I think it's going to be the final info session that we'll be hosting this cycle for our fall cycle of the IXL Innovation Olympics, which is the world's largest innovation consulting competition, completely done online, 8-week long, where you'll be able to compete with the best universities worldwide and provide best solutions to particular clients that are either Fortune 100 or local giants that are worldwide. So pretty excited to having you guys over here. Julia, just let me know if there's any issues with the video or with the imaging, but also for you guys in the other side, as Julia mentioned, there is a chat box right there. I see a bunch of students already. Hello, Holt International Business School, UCSD, Estade. Awesome to have you guys in here. Let us get started then. So as main objectives for today's call, we basically want to introduce you guys to the IXL Innovation Olympics, share some best practices of winning teams, not only for just compete, but also to win, but also to be selected. Because when you apply, there's about other 100 teams that are applying, so you got to make sure that you are selected. So we'll talk a little bit about that in the end, and provide some guidelines on how to enroll into the program and set up some next steps. So reviewing the agenda, who's IXL Center at the Jim Institute, talk about the IXL Innovation Olympics program overview, and talk some best practices of winning teams, and set some clear next steps for you guys. So let's do a quick introduction. I'll start with myself, Arnaldo Arnal, IXL Innovation Olympics Director of Student Recruitment. I work with these two lovely ladies to recruit thousands of students every year to work on the Innovation Olympics. Maria Pullen in the middle, she runs the ambassador program for the IXL Innovation Olympics. So if you were told to participate over here, or if you were told before about the IXL Innovation Olympics from an ambassador, she is most likely working with that ambassador. She manages about 50 ambassadors worldwide. And then, Julia, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. Hello, everyone, again, and welcome to the info session. So I'm Julia Kaminskaite. At the moment, I'm located in Lithuania, in Europe, and I am also part of the recruiting team for the IXL Innovation Olympics. And aside of that, I am a business development manager for Jim Institute, which Arnaldo represents in a minute.
Awesome. Thank you, Julia. So who's IXL Center and the Jim Institute? Well, basically, this program, the IXL Innovation Olympics, it's brought into you in part by the IXL Center and the Jim Institute. IXL is a global innovation consulting firm based here in Boston, Massachusetts. We basically have been called as a think tank based here in Boston, where we help either institutions or organizations, companies, build capabilities internally around innovation. So we say that we're a consulting firm on innovation, but we push a lot on the building capabilities internally for others to be able to come up with the solutions by themselves. On the other hand, the Global Innovation Management Institute is a strong partner of ours. They are the global standard for innovation, and they have a mission, which is basically democratize innovation worldwide. So they are a strong partner over here because they bring for you guys the methodology, the training, the certification, and much more that you will be able to gather and get from this program moving forward. So if you have any questions or you would like to know a little bit more about the Jim Institute, you can go to jiminstitute.org or to IXL at ixl-center.com if you would like to learn more about these two awesome institutions. Let's now talk about...
Arnaldo, if I may add about Global Innovation Management Institute, it's not that it gives you methodology and certification. For this cycle, it also will bring you a very interesting challenge that you will get to know more very soon.
Yes, definitely. So in this cycle, they will be competing. They will be one of the sponsors for a challenge. So there's a good opportunity that you might be working for them moving forward. We'll let Julia talk a little bit more about that challenge moving forward. So let's do a quick program overview. And again, if you have any questions, you can ask them right there in the chat box. Basically, the IXL Innovation Olympics bridges universities and corporates to find best solutions to particular challenges. You will be working against other 4 global MBAs or graduates or PhD programs from all over the world to compete to find the best solution to a particular corporate sponsor, which is around identifying their next growth. So what will be what can be a market entry strategy? How can you help them go after a new product, service, or technology? How to enhance the customer experience, or how to transform existing business units? So it's all about identifying next growth opportunities to this guy. Now, how does this program really works is, if you see it from above, there can be anything from 5 to 15 corporate clients working in parallel in the IXL Innovation Olympics. So this is why we're able to claim that it really is the largest global online innovation consulting engagement that you can find, where we can have up to 1,000 students every year, because we work on cycles. So the next cycle will be the fall cycle, and every cycle moving forward, we can have anything from 5 to 15 clients. Every client is assigned one consultant from IXL Center that will work as a mentor and a liaison between the students and the client, and that mentor will be working with you guys, the students, on a weekly basis, setting up mentor sessions and helping you guys, giving you guidelines and providing you some feedback for moving forward in your challenge. Every client will have anything from 5 to 6 teams. Every team will be representing one particular business school or engineering school, or one particular school for that matter. And every team will have 4 to 6 students. And you guys need to be representing your school, but in order to be part of this, you will need to find a faculty mentor. So a faculty mentor is a key element to the program, because he will be someone that is in person with you, where you can run some ideas by them. They can provide you some feedback. They can connect you with their own network of subject matter experts for that matter, or they can just basically help you along the way to make sure you will not fall, and you will be representing their institution. So I'm sure that faculty mentor will be a lot of help for you guys, and we have seen that best teams have really engaging faculty mentors along the way. If you have some questions about that, we'll be talking a little bit more at the end. What are the teams that we've worked on this particular challenges before? Many. We've worked with over 200 different schools worldwide, from Asia to here in North America to Latin America to even Africa. We've had teams from Africa as well in the past. So basically all over the world, either the best 50 top business schools from all over the world, or a local top 2 or top 5 university in particular countries. Depending on the clients, they're looking for some to enter into some different regions. So you might be working on a regionalized focus challenge, where you will be working with only, for example, US-based schools, or only, for example, Asia-based schools, but it will depend on particular clients' needs as well. Moving forward, what are the types of companies that we worked with in the past? So we've been basically running this competition for about 10 years. So we've had the experience to work with over 150 of the most established companies worldwide. They vary in size, they vary in industry, they vary in business models. So I'm sure that you will find a particular client that will be exciting for you. We have worked with social impact challenges with nonprofits. We have worked with building a startup's market entry strategy and business model to enter a particular region, as well as we have worked with Fortune 100 clients that are looking to disrupt their own industries. So it's been an amazing different types of challenges, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about top 3 different challenges that you guys, so you guys can have a better idea of how can they look like. So, for example, for IBM, we did a work that was around enhancing digital accessibility for the cognitive impaired. This was basically focusing on the aging population and how can we better connect. We can better help that aging population stay connected with millennials and so on. So using different technologies, and that was a great challenge that we worked with IBM a few cycles back. With Arbor International, for example, if you guys are from Brazil, you've probably heard of them. But if you're not, they are a huge distributor and beverage company in Brazil, and they're looking to do their They were looking to do their market entry strategy here into the U.S. They're still working on it. We got teams on the field doing tests, doing interviews, doing surveys for them to better understand what's the best business model and the best market strategy for them to move into. And last but not least, we got Airbus. So that's another great example. We were basically working with them to identify how will the future passenger jets look like by 2040. So it's very far-fetched, far-end, like looking into the future. How will it look like, and identifying what will be possible business models, so possible partners to make those realities happen. So that is just for you guys to have a sense of an idea of what are the types of challenges that you might possibly be working with for this fall cycle of the Innovation Olympics. So moving forward, I'm going to spend a little bit more on this slide and basically explain how this program works. Every cycle, we run this for 8 week long, right? So where it starts with a kickoff from the client basically pitches to you guys what the challenge is, what the industry scope looks like, what are the different trends that are affecting their industry, and why do they need to innovate? Where's the pressure coming from, and what's the growth gap, and what are the types of possible solutions that or realms that you guys can go play in? After this, it's like a 1 hour presentation followed by a 30-minute Q&A where you guys are able to interact with your client and ask particular questions in order to get feedback and so on. So it's a great really way to really understand the challenge and show your client that you know what you're talking about. After this, you guys will spend for the first 2 weeks the very collaboration phase of the Innovation Olympics, where you will be basically collaborating among the other 4 universities to get that much smarter, that much faster. Because you will find all the research, all the insights that you gather, you will then share with the other universities in a 2-hour meeting where you will be able to understand everybody's different points of view, understand what are different people from different regions looking at or different countries thinking of, so that way you can share all that data. After this, that's where the competition starts, and there you will start working on building 5 different fields of play. A field of play is a space where the company can move into. Like, for example, a field of play can be tied to a trend, to a market, to a need. So a field of play could be something around blockchain, for example. So you will identify 5 different fields of play where the client can pursue in a 30-minute presentation. The client will then first give you feedback, ask you some questions, and then select one field of play for each one of you guys. For each team. So then you will focusing on that specific field of play. You will spend 2 weeks building what we call business concepts. Business concepts are something that has a market, a channel, an offering, a way to produce it, and a business model. So you'll find 5 different concepts within that one field of play. So if, for example, the client selected blockchain tied to that particular market and that particular need, you will need to identify 5 different concepts within blockchain. So how to leverage the technology, how to leverage different partners, who could be the possible ways, who could be the possible partners to make it happen. So you will then present those 5 business concepts, again, in a 30-minute presentation, followed by a 10-minute Q&A and feedback, and the client will select one business concept for each team to move after. Then you will spend 2 weeks working on that particular business concept to build out and flesh out a full-on business case and implementation plan. You guys need to go out to the market, interview people, talk with possible partners, do surveys, do as much research as you can, build prototypes, build pilots to really share to the client how can they make it happen. So that is it. Those are the 8-week-long program. That's how it works. We call this as a crack the case competition on steroids, because it really is, you're cracking a case, but you will have 8 week long to make it happen. Then we're going to be talking a little bit about the benefits, and I want to pass the microphone to Julia, who's going to be sharing a little bit more about that. Julia?
Thanks a lot, Arnaldo, and please feel free to step in anytime. And the same thing goes to the students. So if you have any questions, please type them into the question box. We may answer them right now or then later on during the Q&A. So talking about the benefits, and there are plenty, biggest of which is that you actually guys will be working on the real challenge. We know that there are plenty of opportunities to work on somewhat artificial cases where companies come in and they ask you to work on something to see how it would look like. The thing is that here it is a real challenge, and you guys in those 8 weeks, as Arnaldo mentioned, sprint and steroids, you will start in a position of analyst, going to the associate consultant, and ending basically as a consultant. Basically, in 8 weeks, you will achieve career that usually takes around 5 to 10 years. So that is, I believe, the biggest benefit. But talking about the other benefits, so working with the senior executives. So yes, the people that you will be working on, the people that will give feedback to you are actually senior executives, C-level executives, and so on. So that is a great opportunity to be exposed to this kind of level people. Then you will learn the world-class methodology, which is Gym Institute methodology, and you will receive the level 1 certification on that methodology. So you will be innovation professional, certified innovation professionals. On the top of that, you will be included to Jimmy resume book. That resume book is done every quarter, and then it is being dispersed to Jimmy Network, which is at the moment around 10,000 various contacts, most of which are representatives of huge companies. So take opportunity, and hopefully it will help you to land a desirable job. Then, of course, it's fun, and you will have a lot of bragging rights. If you guys now go to LinkedIn or Facebook, you may see a lot of students being so happy about what they achieved, and they have those little awards displayed in their social media. So that is part of it. And then on the top of that, you will be, if you win either first or second place, you will be awarded with a money prize. So for first place, you will receive $4,000, and for the second place, you will receive $2,000.
Julia, and if I can add over here, that world-class methodology that you'll get training and the certification by itself, it's $2,500. So the cost for it is $2,500. But because you're going to be doing it through the Innovation Olympics, it's completely for free. That cost is being paid by the sponsor, so there's no cost absolutely for you guys to get trained and certified. Just wanted to clear that out.
Exactly. Thanks, Arnaldo. So moving forward. Okay, so on the top of that, those are kind of benefits, but also we are sharing the slide just to show for you guys what kind of e-tools you will have access to. So first of all, there will be series of 5 Jimmy webinars, and during those webinars, you will learn the Jimmy methodology. So what you need to do is to apply this methodology successfully throughout the IXL Innovation Olympics. On the top of that, you will get exposed to management consulting learning. So it will be 1 hour seminar with you guys, and there you will learn the very basics, how to be a trusted advisor, how to be a consultant, what it takes to make a good research. And by the way, this management consulting methodology is being used by big companies such as KPMG, BCG, Booz and Company, and so forth. Then you will also get an access to Eureka, which is innovation management software. And actually that is, we are proud to say that that is the most used innovation management software among SMEs. So you will also have access to that one. And then, of course, there is this pretty broad network on our social media. So join our LinkedIn group, also social media, also Facebook group, and so on. Yes, moving forward. So again, about the schedule, how it looks like this cycle. We are running IXL Innovation Olympics every quarter, and now we are getting ready for fall cycle. But if you guys cannot participate for some reason right now, you are able to register already for winter or spring cycle. So register now if you want to participate also later. And we are doing that from 5 to 15 large corporations with over 200 students every cycle. So how it works, that we hope you would apply before September 28th, or actually already now, because we are already in the selection process. We already have a few clients who confirmed and they are requesting the student teams. So if you want to be selected, if you want to have higher chances to be selected, apply right now. After the selection process, on the first week of October, we will have the orientation session for all the students, and there will be the process that Ronaldo mentioned for you, those 5 steps, those 5 presentations, and we are going to finish on the second week of December.
And by the way, just to set expectations, that's what it's planned. You will be receiving, once you apply, you will be receiving some more information. Julia will be sharing with you guys some possible next steps, and we'll let you know once you are selected and with which clients you will be working with if that does happen.
Right. We are sharing the latest updates on our social media. We try to send out as many emails as possible, but just in case we miss out on something, you can follow us on social media. There are all the updates you need to know. All right, so best practices of winning teams. There are sort of two main categories that we suggest for you to do. So during the application process, the first thing is for you to get selected, for you really to stand out, is to have a diversity in your team. It comes to all means of diversity. It can be nationalities, the languages spoken, also, of course, the professional experience, academic experience, and so on. So make sure you have a diverse team as much as possible. It will help you a lot, not only to be selected, but also throughout the competition. Another thing is to create a 1 or 2 minute video. Thank you for teams who already did that, introducing your team and explaining why you would be the right team to work on the competition. And also another thing is, as Arnaldo mentioned for you, is to have a faculty mentor who will be definitely who will work for your advantage, because you will have this support system during the competition from your university. When you are already in the competition, you will get from us a lot of piece of advice during that time, but now we give you some piece of advice before that first of all, guys, have some discipline, meaning that arrange your meetings with your mentor, attend all the webinars, do everything in timely manner. If possible, don't leave anything to the last minute, and also do the research. Do both secondary and primary research. So when it comes to primary research, get the insights from your environment, from your university. Maybe go to your faculty mentor and ask if he knows or if she or he knows someone who could help you on the primary research. When it comes to secondary research, well, guys, as students, you have amazing access to all the databases you could dream of. So take advantage of those databases when you're doing the secondary research. Moving forward.
If I may add with that secondary research part, we really want you guys to understand that obviously Uncle Google has the answers for almost everything, but you will get a lot smarter, a lot faster by interviewing people, by going out and talking with different people. And again, if by any chance, if you guys are also looking for a job, it's great to reach out to someone that you see as a subject matter expert and tell them, hey, I saw that you're working on this, I'm working on a similar project. Can you, by any chance, provide me some advice or some guidance? And this will help you grow your network as well. So we highly recommend you guys go out there and interview as much people as you can. Use the power of LinkedIn. It really is great. Or through your schools or through your faculty mentor to help you find those subject matter experts.
Exactly. All right, Arnaldo. So the next steps.
Yes, awesome. So as next steps, as you guys know, as Julia already mentioned, sign up now. Basically, we want you guys to sign up as soon as possible. And you can go to IXLCenter.io for students. You'll find out a lot more about the Innovation Olympics. The deadline, as mentioned before, September 28th. That is next Friday already, but obviously the sooner you register, the sooner we'll be able to have a chance to look at your profiles and make sure that you guys are the best of the best and you will get selected. So the sooner the better. You can find more information, as I said, at IXLCenter.io, and obviously you can contact us directly if you have any particular questions, or if you by any chance have a group of friends that are also interested and would like to have a quick call with us. We certainly can do that. We're constantly setting up info sessions with various universities worldwide and with different clubs, for example, as well. So by sharing this information through either your Facebook group or WhatsApp group and see if there's some people interested, we can help you set up a personal info session or a quick call to just answer any questions you guys might have. So that is it for now, I believe. So right now, we would love to spend the next few minutes answering any questions you guys might have.
So Arnaldo, I think the most important question here is, what companies are already in the competition for full cycle?
That is a very good question, and I will answer that question by the following. We are in conversation with about 30 different organizations worldwide. Right now, we can only mention who are 100% confirmed that already signed the contract. So we've got 4 right now. One of them, as Julia was mentioning, is the Gym Institute. So the Gym Institute, for the first time, is going to be, as they've been seeing all the success that other companies get out of this, they are looking to even grow more their institute. They're looking to find a way, the best business model, the best channel, the best market, the best process to really expand 10x their reach. So that's going to be a pretty interesting one. It's going to be a lot on the social impact side of things, because they are pushing to democratize innovation worldwide. They're pushing to get thousands of students like you guys to get certified and trained. They're getting startups in developing regions to get trained in innovation. It's a pretty cool challenge that you guys will be working on.
Exactly. To elaborate a little bit more, guys, so the Gym Institute methodology, the funny thing is that on one hand, it's pretty broad. On the other hand, it's so simple that actually it works 100%. And at the moment, we see that only companies or certain people can benefit from that methodology. So we are looking for the ways how basically everyone could benefit, and also as the benefit on the top of that, they would start speaking the same language of innovation.
Awesome. Yes. Another challenge that we'll be working with is a company. It's called Avery Dennison. Avery Dennison, I don't know if you heard of them. They are one of the largest. They're very big B2B. They are one of the largest providers right now of RFID technology, radio frequency identification technology. They are huge in tags. They're huge in retail, but you probably haven't heard of them because they're B2B. They're about a $30 billion organization, and we're going to be working directly with their VP of innovation. So that's going to be a pretty interesting challenge around finding customizable solutions to their clients. Then another client that we're going to be working with this following cycle, Julie, I'm drawing a blank right now.
It's Braskem. It's
Braskem.
The biggest.
Yes.
It's one of the leaders in plastics. If you guys know a little bit more about plastics, there are various types of plastics. So they are focusing mostly on polypropylene. Sorry for my pronunciation. And that is also very interesting challenge, even though it sounds maybe not that interesting as a company itself, but the challenge is very interesting. Is again looking towards the future, how in the future plastics will be shaped, and also what are possible applications of plastics in the future. So it's a very interesting challenge as well.
Yeah, these guys are the leaders in polypropylene, as Julia was mentioning, and looking for smart polymeters, looking for, imagine, color texture that change their color and texture depending on the contact that they have. So it's going beyond what all you guys can imagine about plastics. Then the other challenge, which is another client that we're going to be working with, is with the Universidad Industrial de Santander. So for all of you over here that might be from Colombia, you guys have heard from them. They're from Bucaramanga in Colombia, and they are looking to really develop the innovation, the university of the future. So looking to find the best application, the best partners, the best ways to really make it happen, and how should they make it happen. So it's going to be a great challenge as well. This one in particular, they are a public school, so they're looking for students that come from possibly public schools and whatnot, so that understand how it works, how the business model works, and whatnot. But I think that's going to be an amazing challenge as well. Now,
forming the university of the future, it's definitely exciting, and you guys are actually now studying in sort of universities of the future, so you can take a step further and see how that could be applied, not as much in the private setting, but also in the public sector, because as Leonardo mentioned, we are looking for the teams that are coming from public universities.
Yeah. Yeah, but guys, hold on tight. We have many clients that are almost getting locked in on a daily basis for the next couple of weeks. We got an Italian car designer that designs cars for Ferrari and others. We got one of the largest gas and oil companies in the world that might be coming in as well. We got clients from Philippines that are the largest corporation, multi-corporation in Philippines that are either in the finance or in energy or in food. So there are many other coming in, some in the healthcare as well. So I'm sure that there will be at least one challenge that you will be very, very excited on working with. I'm personally excited. I'm working on all of these four as I'm going through them right now. But that's basically it. Those are the types of challenges. I think we went a little bit further ahead on that one. But yeah,
yes,
any
I
other
think
questions?
Arnaldo, we could talk more about that, but we have slightly limited time. So getting to the other questions is coming from David. David is saying that he doesn't have a team, but he would like to participate. So he's asking if he should register SAP or what else he should do. So David, if you don't have a team, we highly recommend for you to get a team. And if you cannot get a team, I will send you guys in a moment a link where you can register as a single participant. So then if you see there are more people like you coming from your university, at least the same region, we will connect you all so that you could form a team together.
Yeah. And again, if you are looking to form a team but you can't do it, simple things as sharing a flyer. We can share a flyer with you guys in a little bit as well. We can send it to all of you guys that registered. You can share a flyer through your WhatsApp group or consulting groups or Facebook groups or different clubs inside of your organization. You can share as well the link to the webinar that we're recording right now, so you can share with them so they can view it afterwards. And if you get a few people that are interested, we can hop on a quick call and help you get that organized. We really do encourage you to build your own teams because it does help you find people that have the same calendar, that you've probably worked with them before or you know how to work with them. So it really helps out that you guys build your own team.
All right. So Arnaldo, Yvette is asking how many members should be there on our team?
Good question. So there is the recommendation is between 4 and 6 members in your team. We find that 5 is the magic number.
All right. So then there is another question because in our application form, people see there is a fee, $100, unless you have a faculty mentor. So people are asking if you don't have a faculty mentor, what should we do?
Again, good question. So there is a fee. The fee is $100. Now, if you bring in a faculty mentor, it's completely for free. A faculty mentor will help you guys a lot more than you can think of. So I really do encourage you to get a faculty mentor. And if it's impossible for you to find a faculty mentor, but you need to submit your application right now, you can write down TBD. And in order for us to really consider your application, we will work with you and see and have a quick call and help you understand how to best help you find your faculty mentor in order to be able to waive the $100.
Exactly.
But we don't want to we're not in the business of getting money from you guys. We're in the business of helping you come up with solutions. For now, in the future, most likely there will be a business model around how can you guys provide value add as well in other ways. But right now, we want you guys to get onboarded as quickly as possible. So we want to lower the barriers of entry very quickly. Right.
Well, guys, if you can, again, it's not compulsory, but if you can, as a reminder, create this YouTube video because the teams already applied, majority of them have YouTube videos, and we send those videos to our clients and they already get impression of what kind of team it is, if they have good team dynamics and so on. So that is another encouragement for you guys to do when you're applying to the competition.
Yep.
All right, I think Arnaldo, we're a little bit over time, so I believe we can end for now. And if anyone has any questions, you can send those to us. Arnaldo, I think we can show the next slide where you can see our email addresses.
Yeah, And I see just another question that popped up. The methodologies, asking about what methodology you will be learning. And as mentioned, the Gym Institute will be providing the training every week for the first 5 weeks. You guys will get trained via a 1-hour webinar from the Global Innovation Management Institute. So you will guys be able to get all of that training. And if you pass the quizzes after the training, you'll get certified by the Gym Institute in level 1 as an innovation associate, as an innovation practitioner, sorry.
All right, and I'm also posting now Facebook link to our IXL Innovation Olympics Facebook group, so that if you want, you can go there and check for more information. You can also comment there and give us questions, and we will try to answer those in a timely manner.
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys. It was a pleasure meeting you. Looking forward to having you guys online, and please connect with us if you guys have any questions. We always love to hearing about what you guys are up to and how can we help you get on board. All right. Have
Thanks
a good
a lot.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.